Hey everyone, this is Scotty again from Victorious Vapors. Today I want to cover just a little bit about maintenance of everything that we basically covered today. The first thing I want to cover is maintenance on any battery, any pass-through or non-pass-through battery, and how to properly take care of those. The first thing you want to do is about once every week or so, you want to take a Q-tip, remove your CE4 or your clearomizer, take the Q-tip and put it inside where the plunger is, swirl it around softly, not putting a lot of pressure on it, and removing all the gunk that's inside of there. Crystal clear. The next item that I would like to cover would be a CE4. Now, as it was stated in earlier sessions, the CE4 is to get you acclimated to vaping. It is a disposable clearomizer. It will last, anywhere from 2 to 4 weeks, depending on how much you vape. One of the things about a CE4 is they do expand and contract on the bottom portion of it. As you vape, the CE4 itself heats up. There's a gasket in the bottom portion of this that when it gets hot, it shrinks. Therefore, some liquid could get down into the bottom of this. The first step that you want to do is clean the bottom of it with a Q-tip. Take a small flat tip, if that occurs, put it inside where the V notch is, and turn it one big turn to the right hand side. That should tighten up that gasket in there, and hopefully it just doesn't leak anymore. But as I stated earlier, it is a disposable. So if you get 2 weeks out of it, you're doing good. Moving from the CE4, I would like to talk a little bit about the Kanger. Again, CE4 in the starter kit, disposable. Kanger with a replaceable wick. These do not have a problem with leaking most of the time. Now, the serviceability of these is quite simple. You want to take the bottom off the Kanger. There are 2 small wicks on the bottom of here. It's good to dip this in a little bit of rubbing alcohol and just barely touch those 2 wicks, and that should be good. Now, these wicks, again, are replaceable. If you unscrew it to the left, all you have to do is put the new wick in, screw it to the right, make sure it's tightened, and you have a new wick. And again, when I say permanent, this piece, which is the top piece, is all permanent. This is the only part that's replaced. Put it back in, screw it tight, you have a new clearomizer. Now, one of the mods that was discussed a little bit earlier was the VAMO V3. With the VAMO V3, you have your battery. These batteries, although they are chargeable, they should be replaced about once every 3 months. Another one of the mods that also takes the same battery, and it's also a 650 battery. Again, same thing as before, you want to replace these about every 3 months. Now, what I would suggest to most of the people out there, if you have a regular pass-through or non-pass-through battery or a twist, I would put this in rice about once a month in case any liquid got down on the plunger area, because what that rice will do is it will absorb all that moisture out of your battery, and you'll get a lot longer life out of that battery itself. And again, make sure that when you put your battery in a bag of rice that is uncooked, dry rice, in a baggie and sealed and stored for a day or two, and it should be good as new. One other thing that wasn't covered, and I do need to cover this, is never store your batteries and your clearomizers together. We have a case right here that the batteries are stored in. Now these cases are specifically made for these batteries, as you see the strap down right there. And they keep them in place. Whenever you put your battery in your case, you want to make sure that you use the 5 clicks and turn the battery off. Do not put your battery that's charged, that's still on, inside of here, because something else inside of there could hit it and it will keep going and going and going. The CE4s. You do not want to store the CE4 in the same area as the battery in case it leaks. If it does leak, it's going to get all in your battery, and guess what? It might be time to buy a new battery, or you might get away with putting it in rice. The best thing is just don't store them together. Now, if you have any other questions about anything that you've heard on any of the videos that you see on our website, please feel free to call us or email us at any time. There's a lot to cover. There's a lot to talk about all the time. There's new items coming out every single day, and we try to stay on top of all of that for you, our clients. I really hope to see you all here. Thank you very much.